Good morning, Falcons. Today is Friday, April 4th, 2025. I'm Leslie,
I'm Tommy.
and this is your view from the Falcons' nest. Community leaders will reportedly undertake an analysis to determine an action plan for the St. Joseph County 911 Center after Sundays. Thunderstorms overwhelmed the system, the South Bend Tribute says. From 4 to 6 p.m. Sunday, the dispatch center received 2,886 incoming calls to the 911 and administrative lines, and Nick Revold, Deputy Director of the operation at the St. Joseph County 911 Center, 176 times as many calls as an average Sunday. Revold said that the high number of calls resulted in about 300 calls going unanswered. A record is maintained of all dropped calls. He said so that the operators become available, they can call back those numbers. Even if a person calls back and gets through on a subsequent attempt, Revold said that they will receive a call back from the calls that was missed.
A Tribune editor who experienced numerous unanswered 911 calls Sunday while trying to report a fire had not received a call back by Wednesday afternoon, though. This week's edition of Health Minute, researchers at Northwestern University have developed a pacemaker that is smaller than the grain of rice, according to the Chicago Tribune. The pacemaker was developed in response to the number of babies born with congenital heart problems. It is designed to be only temporary and will actually dissolve in the body after its use is finished. That's today's edition of the Health Minute. St. Joseph County officials want to hear from you if you have property damage from Sunday night's severe storms and haven't reported it. WSBT is reporting. The County Emergency Management Agency put out a data collection portal through the 211 hotline this week. The county says FEMA offers a low-interest loan program for counties where several homes have major damage. Right now, St. Joe County does not meet the requirement for the program, with only 10 homes reporting major damage in St. Joseph County and 54 total reports of damage.
The local band Outpost Maine has a new single out. You can find it on Spotify or check out the posters around the school to access it. Students interested in a John Glenn foreign trip to Paris in 2027 are invited to an informational meeting April 24th. It will be held at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. Mr. Merrill is leading it, and it would be during spring break in 2027.
It's been 2 weeks since we last celebrated the birthdays of Falcons. There's an extra few candles on the birthday cakes for Falcons observing the anniversary of their birth this week and next. A Falcon shout out to Morton Alexander, Ren Sizemore, Elena Pittman, Matthew Ropangle, Anson James, Griffin Riley Sparks, Gianna Weiss, Ethan Gazowski, Cole Jasinski, Caden Taylor, Kirsten Banks, Ethan Daly, Emily Harness, Dominic Libator, Ariana Palmer, Callie Reese, Seth Floyd, Daniel Walker, Tristan Stites, and Michaela Hardesty. The National Weather Service has confirmed an EF1 tornado hit Bourbon Wednesday evening, WVP reports. The tornado touched down southeast of Rutland and quickly moved northeast for almost 18 miles. It tore through empty fields but also hit wooded areas and caused significant damage to trees on private property. As it reached the northeast side of Bourbon, the tornado packed its strongest punch. Maddie Johnson, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service, says Bourbon took the brunt of the damage. In Bourbon specifically, there was structural damage to several homes, as well as a manufacturing factory on the southwest side of town. Johnson says the structural damage wasn't only indication of tornado strength. At least 3 semis flipped over on US 30, just north of Bourbon. The tornado kept moving northeast, knocking down trees and power poles until it reached just north of Etna Green in Kosciuszko County, where it came to an end. Now to weather.
Good morning, Falcons. It's 35 with a real feel of 39. Air quality is fair. Now to the 3-day forecast. Friday, it's going to be a high of 57, partly cloudy with some rain, low of 33. Saturday, it's going to be a high of 48, partly cloudy with some rain, with a low of 32. And Sunday, it's going to be a high of 47, partly sunny, with a low of 30. So, now to main desk of sports.
Professional baseball is going through a bit of a moment right now, with new rules coming seemingly each season and now the introduction of torpedo bats. The great American pastime is changing quicker than ever, and the South Bend Cubs are looking to change with it. Minor League Baseball has 5 levels. The South Bend Cubs owner says he is making the case for the Cubs to switch their AAA affiliate from Iowa to South Bend. If that change is approved, it would not take until the 2031 season, WHA reports.
Varsity softball games at La Porte originally scheduled for this week have been rescheduled for Monday, April 14th. Varsity will play at 5 p.m. Eastern with the JV playing an abbreviated game after the varsity game ends. Tomorrow, the Lady Falcon softball team will be at Kankakee Valley for a single game with no JV contest. First pitch is at 11.
Addison Reese and Mia Herford of John Glenn have been named honorable mention all area and girls basketball by the Plymouth Pilot News. And now back to lunch.
Today for lunch, we're going to have pepperoni pizza, cheese pizza, Pillsbury cheesy pull-aparts, green beans, romaine lettuce, and a variety of fresh fruit. That's all we have for today, Falcons. Have an amazing day.